Madden NFL 24.
From beautiful South Florida, there's a look at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one, as it'll be the Detroit Lions taking on the Miami Dolphins. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis, thrilled to be with you from the broadcast booth. And partner, before we get this thing started, what are you going to be watching?
Who gets off to a fast start? In horse racing terms, they talk about catching a flyer out of the gate. Who sets the pace and makes the other team chase?
Ready for football now on a sunny Florida afternoon. And we are underway from Miami. And they will elect to not bring this one out, as our first drive will begin at the 25. Here is Tua Tagovailoa heading out to lead this Miami offense.
His ability to adjust on the fly is almost unmatched in the game right now, because it leads to a couple of snaps per game where you just sit back and ask yourself, how did he pull that off? Opponents can practice and prepare each and every week all they want. But this guy, he is hard to corral.
Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here, as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. That's caught at the 25. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. Boy, a pair of big plays here. This one going for 29. Tua now on first down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hill. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. Mostert will take this in for the Dolphin touchdown. Well, that was a quick drive. The passing game set it up, and then the running game finishes it off.
And how about how few plays it was to get it done, but they threw it downfield and then pounded it into the end zone. And as a former defender, I can tell you, it hurts just a little bit more when they run it into the end zone instead of throwing it.
Here comes Khalif Raymond from his end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. They're brought out by a former #1 overall pick, coming off one of his best seasons ever in year 7 of his career, now in year 8, Jared Goff.
And at one point, the ascension of Jared Goff was really, really strong. Back-to-back Pro Bowls, took his team to the Super Bowl, came really within 1/4 of winning it. But since that time, he's had bouts of inconsistency, and that's been the struggle for him as he tries to get back to the form he showed earlier in his career.
They work now on 2nd and 9. First carry now for David Montgomery.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Montgomery running right. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line.
Holding offense.
That time, the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now, depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold him.
And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
It's not a huge breakaway run, but if your starting running back finishes the game with averages of 5 or 6 yards per touch, you'll take that every single time.
And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. to a 3rd and 15.
Partner, one thing I was lazy at growing up, track and field, I could never anticipate the start before a race, but how about that backer? He figured it out, jumped the count, and turned it into a really nice play.